This is the Herd Hour 2 live in Los Angeles. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Kenyon Martin, who's always great. Michael Rappaport. J-Mac, Jason McIntyre. TJ Hushmanzada. Joy Taylor is joining me for Hour 2. Show is moving right along. We're about a week away from really diving deep into the NFL draft. And we're about a month away from diving deep into the NBA playoffs. But there are still some stories today. Joy, how are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. A couple days ago, I did a graph. I think it was yesterday. And I got a lot of heat for my graph. I'm not in the graph business, but we created a LeBron and Zion graph. And I said one's a declining asset, slowly declining, and one's a meteor rising. And people said, well, the way that graphic works, it looks like you're saying Zion was as good as the MVP LeBron about 5 years ago. So our graph wasn't great. But I'm not going to show you my new graph yet. I just want to talk about this. We've always known, because LeBron is older than Kevin Durant by 4 years, and he entered the league 4 years earlier, and LeBron's played so many playoff minutes. We've always known there would be a time when Kevin Durant would surpass LeBron on the floor. You know, he's a younger player. He doesn't have like 9 straight trip to the final minutes. And there would be a time when Kevin would probably be, I'm not talking about legacy, all-time ranking. I'm just talking about there would be a time on the floor that Kevin was better than LeBron. The time on the floor that Kobe was better than Michael, right? The aging star, the rising star. I think that time is today. Kevin Durant, again last night, 12 of 13. He's on a absolute tear. So let me give you my new graph, and I think we've done a better job with this one. No knock on our stock market graph maker yesterday. That if you look at, sorry, radio, if you look at LeBron and Kevin Durant entering the league, LeBron's been the better player. And I think any arguments to oppose that are reaching. But I think now we have reached that point, and that happens with declining and rising stars, that we're close to begin with, where Kevin Durant's the more efficient player. And efficiency matters. Remember, overall numbers for LeBron in his best years, Miami were a couple of these, and Cleveland were a couple of these. He had about a 5-year peak. His numbers didn't explode. His efficiency did. Because overall total numbers, volume can be deceiving. Efficiency isn't. Right now, Kevin Durant's efficiency against LeBron, efficient field goal percentage, true shooting percentage, win shares, stuff that NBA analytics mavens pour over. Durant's the better player. That's not to say LeBron's a bad player efficiency-wise. It's just Kevin Durant now is as good as anybody in the sport. And if you don't believe this, and I believe this morning, if you asked all 32 NBA GMs, you've got to sign one of these guys to a 4-year contract. I think virtually all of them would take Kevin Durant. I really do. Unless it was ticket sales involved. LeBron comes with baggage, clutch sports. You got to kind of find the coach that works with him. I think all GMs based on game longevity would choose Kevin Durant. And that's not to say it wouldn't be close. That's not to say LeBron's not going to be great next year. It's not to say LeBron isn't efficient or wasn't good this year. But GMs today going forward, I think we've reached a moment where Kevin Durant's the better defender, the better scorer, more dependable, and has more juice to his game. And if you don't think this is true, there's going to be a very powerful moment optically in 2.5 months. Kevin Durant's going to hoist another trophy and be the MVP of the finals, and LeBron's going to be on a couch. And the last 2 years, this has happened. Remember the first year when Durant beat LeBron in the finals? About 15% of you said, Kevin Durant's better than LeBron. And I didn't work with Joy at the time, but I said, that's stupid, you're overreacting. And then it happened last year. And about 30% of you said, Kevin Durant's better than LeBron. And I said, that's stupid, you're overreacting, but they are getting closer. This year, LeBron sitting at home, 11th seed in the West, not really competitive, off an injury we've been told now in the last week, a little worse than we thought, and Kevin Durant hoisting a trophy. It's going to be about 50 to 75% of you that are going to be saying, Kevin Durant's better than LeBron. And I'm going to say, today, yes. Holistically, legacy, brand, no. Basketball player, yes. Better defender, better scorer, better shooter, more efficient, yes. We knew there was going to be a time. This is not. We knew this was coming. LeBron's not an elite defensive player anymore. He doesn't give you those juice moments as much. He doesn't give you 44 relentless minutes. He's never been the shooter and the scorer of Durant. And now the other parts of his game have lapsed. This is not to say LeBron's bad. And with that, I'll shift to this. Brian Windhorst wrote a very interesting story. I used to work with him at the other place. And he talked about within LeBron's camp, within the Lakers camp, and with LeBron, there are concerns. Is this the new normal? Or, like, MJ's Wizards, Kobe at the end. Is this kind of the new normal? And one of the concerns is LeBron's efficiency numbers have eroded, and he had a major injury. Now, there's three things here to remember. LeBron is in the West. The West is way better. It's harder to win here. Number two, LeBron had a big injury. You can't deny it. And number three is, I think even LeBron in his camp would acknowledge he's been a little distracted with the 49 TV radio projects. But let me defend LeBron on this. And LeBron stopped following me, I'm told. I don't check this on Twitter and social media, so he's mad at me, and I'm totally cool with that. But let me defend LeBron. I'm not anti-LeBron, but I trust my eyes and my ears. I know what I'm hearing, and I know what I'm seeing. He's not the same. There was about a 5-year period where we got the best LeBron. It wasn't early in Cleveland. He was raw, and it's not now. The 5 or 6 year period when we got the best LeBron was also the 5 and 6 year period that both Miami and Cleveland gave him help in two departments. They gave him smart players, and they gave him great shooters. Ray Allen, Battier, Mike Miller, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Kyle Korver, Goofy J.R. Smith. Here's something I know about LeBron. He is great when you give him shooters. So as we blame LeBron for everything, I just want to remind you, smart players who can keep up with LeBron intellectually on the floor, smart guys and great shooters is what he works best with. And the Lakers gave him dumb guys and guys that can't shoot. This team was cast-offs, difficult, goofballs. A couple nights ago, Lance Stevenson stepped on a guy's foot. The guy fell backwards, and the Laker bench erupted. I felt bad for LeBron. I honestly did. LeBron has been reduced to this. That's a big deal. Lance is a goofball. LeBron's so far above this. This matters. A big component to this season. You can't blame LeBron for it. There is a roadmap for LeBron, and it was about 6 years. Pat Riley gave him super smart guys, Battier, Bosh, Ray Allen, D. Wade, and guys who could shoot, because LeBron likes to handle the ball. And then and by the way, then LeBron said, I don't want Andrew Wiggins. I want Kevin Love. He can shoot. Kyrie Irving. LeBron said, get me J.R. Smith. Get me Kyle Korver. LeBron knows his game. The Lakers went in the opposite direction. They got him goofballs, not smart basketball guys, distracted guys, and guys that can't shoot. So for LeBron, the Lakers, and his camp, even the greatest players in any sport, in the history of basketball, there were players that Michael Jordan played well with. Michael Jordan never played well with guys who needed the ball early in his career. He played well with slashers and shooters, Steve Kerr, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, guys who could step back, let Michael dominate, and then when Michael needed Kukoc, Paxson Kerr to hit shots. When he needed ancillary players to do what they do, Michael was great. Michael wasn't good early or late in his career when he didn't have those components. Kobe always played very well with a very good big. Shaq got doubled. Gasol, Shaq and Gasol, high IQ guys. Every star needs certain players that work for them. Don't blame this all on LeBron. High IQ and great shooters. LeBron's great. because he's super smart. He's very savvy. He needs guys who get it and guys who can shoot when he drives and passes. The Lakers are the opposite. Goofballs, weirdos, not smart basketball minds, and nobody can shoot. It's not all on LeBron. Yeah, LeBron gave you a roadmap on what works. He didn't give him any of it. Now, by the way, LeBron wouldn't be in L.A. if Kyrie wouldn't have left him. That's the funny thing about this situation. If Kyrie doesn't flake and leave, LeBron's not in Los Angeles. So when Kyrie left and J.R. Smith broke his heart in the finals on that dumb play in Game 1, LeBron felt like, I got to get out of here. Okay, Kyrie's gone. Love is becoming a little bit of a liability defensively. JR's driving me crazy, and Korver's getting old. So this idea that LeBron, I think LeBron deep down wanted to stay in Cleveland, but Kyrie left, Korver's getting old, JR's goofy, and Love's eroding. So he had to go. He didn't necessarily choose the perfect team, but I got it. But can't all be LeBron here. A big component of this is the two things that work with him, they didn't give him either. And for the record, if you think Anthony Davis solves the shooting, you're wrong. He doesn't solve the shooting part. This is the second worst shooting team in the league to Phoenix. Get some shooters. They've always worked with LeBron. Kmart, Michael Rappaport, all sorts of stuff today. It's a Thursday. I'm going on a very, very quick sabbatical this weekend. Just a very quick, sunshine, brief, tiny, be right back early next week. So we're bringing everything we got today. If you haven't tried the delicious, high-quality meat options at Butcher Box, I signed up. You're crazy. Butcher Box New Business brings you the meat the way it's meant to be. Unbelievable flavor, unparalleled nutrition.